Hello and welcome back to another fabulous vlog here on my channel, where I'm Jacob from Jacob's Books Corner, and normally we're in a book corner, but because the intro was 9 minutes long and I didn't feel like editing that down to information that probably didn't matter, we're here to talk about the vlog you're about to watch. I want to mention one or two things. If you've never seen if you guys didn't watch my book writing video, which is cool, I do talk about the project we're working on this in a little more detail, but I do give more information on Nanowrimo. Nanowrimo will be a bigger part as the month goes on, as I've not actually started drafting it. This vlog takes place from November 2nd to November 7th or something like that, and that project that I do mention throughout is called River Story. My little sister asked me to write her a novel, and so I talk about in this book. I also talk about City Heavenly Fire and a few other novels. But yeah, that's basically all you really need to know for context purposes. This is a work that this is a week where I worked and other things, and so I talk about a whole bunch of other jazzy stuff. But I really try to cut it down to just novel and books I was reading. So hopefully you like that. Let me know if you want jazz back in my life. It was 40 minutes long, so I took out the life. You know what I mean? All right, let's jump into the vlog, as I know that's what you're here to watch. And so there you go. Let's get. Hi guys. So it is Monday evening on November 2nd, but with that being said, I do have some reading updates to give you. The first one I want to update you guys on is I listened to Swimming Lessons by Lily Reinhart twice today. Yeah, so we're going to talk about it. This was a 5 out of 5 stars. I just really love the rawness of it. I saw some reviews and stuff call it, how her poetry is, strong. She is definitely a poet, but her delivery wasn't as strong. And I don't really know how I understand that in particular. I mean, I definitely agree when they say she's a poet, because I think some of the stuff in here is just absolutely fucking gorgeous. And I want them everywhere, everywhere. But also, I don't know, I think the book is amazing, and I highly, highly recommend it. And I definitely do agree, if you're a love of poetry, or just a love of relationships and relationships and sorrow and working through things, I think this would be right up your alley. And she reads it so perfectly and so beautifully. So I do highly recommend the audiobook, and it's like $2 on Audible. It's not really expensive either. It's really inexpensive. I don't know if it was on sale when I bought it, but I did buy it, so. So you're like, but weren't you supposed to listen to half a City Heavenly Fire today? Yeah, that's what I was supposed to do, so just prepared that I didn't. So City Heavenly Fire kind of threw me for a whirlwind, because I thought I really remembered the ending of the book. Now I don't remember crucial moments, I don't think. I remember some stuff in here, and also we got to meet the main character of the next book series, and she seems to be playing a somewhat okay role. But we're in I got to page 55 today. I won't be reading it probably at all the rest of the night, but I will be reading it. We'll be reading it tomorrow and Wednesday. The only problem is I listened to it on 1.75 speed, because the male voice, he could probably work on 2.5 to 3 speed, which I don't know I would listen to it that high. I have before when I was really pushing to finish the book, but I don't think I would. I think I wouldn't go anything above 2. But Sophie Turner, after listening to her voice for a while, I think I could maybe raise it to a 2nd speed. We'll debate about it tomorrow, because if I could, that means I could get 8 hours into the audiobook instead of 5.5 to 6 to 7 hours into the audiobook, which would be more ideal, because I'm already an hour in, and that takes off 8 hours and makes me 9 hours in, which sets me up for a good delivery on Wednesday to be able to partially finish it, or if not, gets really close to the end. And so that would be the goal, would be finishing it. The only book I got from the library was the Magnus Bane Chronicle, as the idea would be to move into Magnus Bane next. Well, not next, we're reading a smaller book next, and then we'll read Magnus Bane, and then we'll read a smaller book, and then we'll read Wait Me Night. I just keep going back and forth between my audiobooks. And I don't know if it's because there's so much time in between City of Heavenly Fire and City of Lost Souls. I'm not really sure. But so far I'm having mixed opinions. Is the moral of the story. Okay, I will update you guys a little bit later. Alright, hi guys. So it is Tuesday now. Well, it's been Tuesday. It's like 10 o'clock on Tuesday evening. I am editing book, that's what that is. But first I'm going to give you guys a reading update on City of Heavenly Fire. I'm 200 pages into it now. I'm very much enjoying the story now that we're a little bit into it. I also really like the characters I'm pretty sure we're going to be following in the next book series, and so that really makes me excited for Dark Harvest. Obviously, I'm reading the three bind-ups first before jumping into the Dark Harvest, but I'm also really excited to read those. On this book, I do have some theories. I didn't mind who died. I know that's horrible to say, but it's true. And yeah. So far, it's like a 4-star, down a 5. But then again, I'm nowhere near the parts that would actually make it a 5-star. Cassandra Clare has, at least in the past, for me, is not super great with beginnings and middles, but amazing with endings. And the endings are normally what brings it to a 5-star. For instance, Clockwork Princess, which is a 5-star, is like a phenomenal book overall, but the first 2/3 are not great unless you know the ending. So this could be the same case. It's not drawing me in like City of Lost Souls did. And then there's so few things that I think were added in behind the scenes, so we're not actually physically in the book. So yeah, on River's Storefront, I am having such a great time. I can't wait to plot it tomorrow. The plan is to get done with the whole entire outline tomorrow completely and start to draft it. I'm very excited to jump into this world. I'm having ideas, and it's just really great. I got a main character's name. I got a title for the book, which never happens. I got a title for the series, which never happens. And at least I planned out a trilogy, but there could be chances to have more. And that's the beautiful thing about this world that I created, which I'm really excited to explore and to dive into and just have a really great time with. And build this for her, and I'm really excited. It's gonna be a really cool little present. I think this is really fun. It makes my hobby. I don't know, it makes me enjoy writing again. Writing Broken Boys is really stressful, and it can be extremely overwhelming. And so being grounded back into a different story of where it's just gonna be pleasing my little sister, which is not the hardest thing to do in the world. It's not the easiest thing, but it's not the hardest thing either. Makes it so much easier. It's a very stressful time in America right now. But it's not. We're just fucked up people, and like we just like bring shit to us. But like it's real stress. Alright, I'm gonna go back to listening to music and working. Alright, it's 1:04. It's a very busy day for Jacob today. Next week is the release of a new pack, and I had planned on getting so many more videos up before then, but work got the best of me. What else is there? So I need to do that and make some thumbnails. I need to finish the book. We're on chapter 21, and we'll get there. We're pushing through. I want to read City of Heavenly Fire while cleaning the room, while also starting to work on that. I want to finish the outline for my sister's fantasy novel. So I slept in. It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm feeling up to it. I'm feeling kind of sad today, so I might not want to. And that's okay too. Some days you just gotta, you know, I'm gonna be cleaning and we're gonna listen to my audiobook. And then also, if you guys do not know, because my video hasn't gone out yet, hopefully, I think I might just wait and post it next week. I'm not really sure. So we'll have this vlog next week. We'll have the writing vlog. We'll have videos like all week, probably next week. But that's. Hi. Okay, so I figured I'd update you guys. So today at work, which I have like minimal footage of, but I have something, so that's good. Today's Friday, by the way, November 7th. I worked a little bit on my sister's story, so we'll talk about that in a little bit. I gotta go to the bathroom first, but I figured I'd come in here and do a very quick checkup on Sea of Heavenly Fire, which I'm now this far into, by this being what I've read. We're on page 562 now. I'm not really sure. I think it's like a 200 or so 100 page mark. My point being here is I listened to a lot of it today. Like, a lot of it. And we'll finish it tomorrow. I'm working all day tomorrow. So we'll finish it tomorrow here in the house. It's gonna be a separate video, but I will update you guys on reading purposes. Hello, welcome back to the vlog. Today is Saturday, the last day of the vlog. I tried to update you guys yesterday. It didn't work out. So now we're here. Basically, the plan is to start uploading videos tomorrow for you guys. I'm starting uploading videos on SimSoup today. We're also posting our podcast today as well, because I forgot to do it last night. I slept for 18 hours. What is today? I don't know. But basically, I'm here to update you guys on City of Heavenly Fire. I actually found where we're at. I'm on page 574. Yeah, we're finishing it today. I have a lot of work to do. I'm filming a separate video with you guys on a different type of style, more lifestyle-y. I'm changing my whole room this week, and so I figured we can do like an evolution. Come here. But yeah, so what else do I need to update you guys on? I'm loving it so far, by the way. I've said this on Goodreads, and I'll say it again here. I'll even say it in the vlogs. Well, in the review, it'll be going up later on this week as well. At least the plan is to get it up at some point during this week. I think I personally really enjoy, at least for, I don't know. I think in general, I think I enjoy Classy Claire's last 2/3 of her novel. Not even last third. I think the last 2/3, I start vibing like 25% into the novels. I still really like them, and I'm already all the way through them, and I'm going to continue on the series and stuff. But I think personally, there's just so much better when we're about a third into it. I don't really know how well she does with beginnings. I've heard this complaint come quite often, is that she spends like 150 or so pages of setup. And I completely agree with this. I don't really know how much I enjoyed the prologue. I'll talk more about it in the spoilers for that video, since there will be no non-spoilers for that video. That's a full spoiler thing. Then we're jumping into the other ones, which one of them, that's one of the next books I read right there. I'm very excited for it. Either way, all right, so let's talk about River's Project, because some of you guys are here for Nanowrimo, some of you guys are here for reading. River's Project is an interesting feat. Today's the 7th. I think the goal is to write about 30K for the first draft, and then if we have to extend or not, that's fine. So we're sitting at about 30K. I've not written a word for it. I'm actually having a very hard time with world building, which it's a new feat for me. And I'm still debating if I should write this in like the halfway mark. Maybe start writing it on the 15th, give myself till like December 1st, and like write a second draft, and then, you know, I don't even think I need that many days to write this draft, but write a second draft, and then write a third draft, and then get it to her by Christmas, and just like really try, because the third draft, I'm not adding anything. It's more like proofreading and figuring out that it works the best, and maybe having like reading with my mom, or maybe giving it to like one of my coworkers who have children, who like reading with their children, and having them read it with their children to make sure, you know, whatever it might be. The story itself, I can tell you a little bit more about it, since I do have a very grand, it's the tale you've always heard, except I'm trying to make it a little bit darker, but also more still kid-friendly. We have this family, old tradition of, they tell their, you know, their dad, I want to say it's going to be their dad, who has always visited this land when they were younger, even in some points during, you know, today's time, wherever it's set, and, the land he believes is truly to be real, and her younger brother truly believes it as well. Her younger brother disappears, and she starts to freak out. Her parents are kind of freaking out, but he's only been gone for, like, a few hours, and so, like, they're freaking out, but, like, it's not, like, to a magnitude, and so she has to try to figure out how to go to this magical land, because her younger brother truly believed that it was real. She gets there, somehow, and then the adventure starts or whatever. So that's kind of like the pitch. That's like the idea, is that she has to go here to save her younger brother. And I planned out the first 3 books in the series, with the 4th book taking a turn and going into a different direction. So like, that's where we're sitting at. I think they're going to be between 35 to 40K a book. And I'm trying to add photos, but photos are really, really hard due to the fact that I cannot draw to save my life. And, so yeah, we'll see if photos actually, we'll see if pictures get to be added or not. Ideally, I would have an illustrator, but this is just for fun. So like, that's not happening. Progress on my room. I got really stumped. There's a lot of boxes and stuff, and so it just makes it a little hard. But that does not mean I've not been reading. Look at that. That's all I have left of this trilogy. It's crazy. Because this book is so long. I mean, it's like 725 pages. And, of course, in true fashion, the epilogue is like 30 pages long. And then that's the rest of this chapter, which I'm about to start. And then this is the epilogue, which I'm very, very curious to see about. It does shock me. So something huge just happened, and I don't really know how I feel about it. Personally, it pertains to a character who I've mentioned throughout all the books, who've had a point of view since, I want to say, book 4, I think, was this new trilogy. And so I had a feeling if anything happened, it would be with this one character because of the fact that he has a point of view. And being a very specific point of view and things like that. Either way, with this book in particular, there's a lot of things I want to mention, and I will be mentioning it. I think I'll review this book first, which will be a weird thing, and I'll review them out of order, at least while filming-wise, because I have the least amount to talk about for City of Fallen Angels, and City of Lost Souls I have a lot to talk about. It's because I kind of remember it. Either way, with this one, I don't know. I have such mixed opinions. I don't love this series as much. You know, it really does. It makes me kind of mad, a little bit upset, I should say, because Quack, the Infernal Devices, is so amazing, and I have a feeling the Dark Artifices are going to be amazing as well, that you really do need to read the Mortal Instruments, because they're so inclined, and you, in order to follow the characters, in order to be with the characters, you really do need to be there with them. And so I cannot tell you, oh, you can't read them, you don't need to read them after having read them. And who knows, the epilogue could be phenomenal. I just don't, I don't know. It's the same thing as Clockwork Princess. I just don't really think there is enough, fallout, I would say, to them, is my problem, my main issue. Yeah, there's just not enough fallout. And I don't know how to describe that or how to feel about it, but either way, I think the next book we're going to be reading is this month's book club pick for the Literally Dead Book Club, which I really want to read and really want to get done, which is called The Only Good Indians. I was going to read another one, starting with a whole other series of books, but I think we're going to move into The Only Good Indians. I have no idea what it's about, so we're not done with this. I still have like 2 hours or something, so like I still have like an hour left of it before we can even move over there, so it might not be part of this vlog. Alright, I'll go back to doing. So this book has almost been cracked down twice. Especially in like this last like little third. We're not even in the epilogue yet. I don't even know what's going on. But the part that makes me a little agitated is how they handled a certain character, which I'll talk about in my review. Because I just find it so frustrating, partially annoying. And I'm curious to see how other people feel about it. And it could be the fact that he was never on the forefront of my brain, and that's the reason why I didn't see this development into this character. But I'm not really sure. Also, thing I wasn't really sure how I feel about now. I really don't know how I feel about now, because I'm just going to return this back into like what I said online with it being like a CW TV show. Even when they're gone, they're not gone. And that's just really the only way I know how to say that. So, without saying anything spoilerly, you know what I mean? It's a weird time. Okay, back to cleaning this room. It's almost completely empty. Make progress. Okay, I finished. It was 5 out of 5 stars. No one's shocked. I really like the ending. She's really good at them. No one's shocked. I have made tremendous progress on my room though, which is really, really good. And we're going to be starting, once my brother comes down. If he shows up, then we won't. But if he doesn't show up, we will be starting, there were Indians. I have no idea. When I know something, I'll tell you. That sounds like a plan. Okay, so I just want to very quickly come in here and end the vlog. We're going to run through the things that kind of happened I got the whole entire idea for River's first novel done, which is very, very exciting. So that was for writing for Nanowrimo purposes and stuff. Once again, I'm trying to write like 30,000 words this month, which is not too bad, and things. So we're doing the outline tomorrow, or even starting it tonight, and then finishing and starting writing the book. I also read Sea of Heavenly Fire this week. The majority, I would say, is Sea of Heavenly Fire. I started it a few weeks ago, and then I picked up the rest of the book, and I read it, and I really liked it. 5 out of 5 stars. Swimming lessons, which if I remember to put it up, I have a lot of editing to do, so if they're not normally, like this vlog is not normally well put together like normal, that's the reason why. But if it's up, Swimming Lessons by Lily Reinhart, which was a 5 out of 5 stars. I read that twice, 2 times in one day. I'm actually thinking about it a lot. Might end up rereading that here relatively soon. Then I also read, which I didn't talk about at all, but I read Fences Volume 2 and 3 because I needed to return those to the library. So those have been returned and things. They're both a 4 out of 5 stars. This is a Cassie Clare novel. Swimming Lessons is a memoir, poetry novel by Lily Reinhart talking about heartbreak, not just hers, but other people she knows. And then Fences is about an elite fencing school, and it follows 2 characters who are drawn together by love, but ultimately hate each other because of rivalry, which is fine. It's by PC Cast, so, you know, you get what you get. So, that's it. That's for this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.